Hey guys, welcome to FACEIT TV. It's been a while, but James, you're with me here. This is the start of something. It's the closed qualifiers for the FACEIT 50K League. And like I said, it's the start of something. We have so many games, and so I'm just bursting with hype at the moment because we're going to start off with a Finnish team and a German team, mTw versus TMVG.
It's qualifier for 50 big ones.
50 big ones.
My body is ready.
It's going to be good. There's so many exciting things that are happening in CSGO, and it's great to just be a part of it. And it's also cool because going into this match, we actually have almost all the players on the server. It might even be 10 on the server right now, so we should be jumping in soon. But it's nice to see not only a hope come from Finland, but also from Germany, because both of those countries need to represent more at the moment. Because we're used to seeing a lot of really strong performances from those countries, over Counter-Strike history. But Germany, we want to see big teams coming from Germany. And the same goes to Finland. We're seeing some great players from both countries, but
one thing we should point out is the general format of today and tomorrow. What's happening with this European qualifier?
Yeah,
2 of the teams will qualify. There are 4 teams waiting. One part of the bracket ahead of the matches we're having now. So we've got Epsilon, Copenhagen Wolves, Maus, and one more team. Hellraisers, who are they're just waiting in the wings for these guys to eliminate each other and meet them in the next round. So from the teams we're seeing today, 2 of them will be qualifying tomorrow for the main 50K league. We also have some North American qualifiers coming a bit later tonight. That's in about 5 hours or so, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to be staying up for that one.
I'm going to be asleep.
Yeah, I'm going to be sleeping. But you were in Birmingham just going nuts with the fighting game stream for the Capcom Pro Tour, so you have an excuse.
Yeah, I was up until 4 o'clock playing pool yesterday. That wasn't my fault though, because obviously, I would have liked to have got some sleep, but all my streaming equipment was in my mate's car, and he wanted to play Street Fighter.
Oh, really?
So I had no choice but to sit there and play pool. So anyway, that gives me the night off and leaves DDK to be bleary-eyed at 5 o'clock in the morning. So
it's going to be good. I've done more in my time in the Quake days. You haven't seen what I've been through, James. This is nothing.
I've heard you're pretty hardcore,
dude. This is nothing. And I'm a bit scared, but hopefully we can grab someone from America. Maybe we've been, launching some inquiries, so that I'm sure that will turn out really well. But yeah, generally really excited. I got to say, I'm feeling for the top 2 teams to qualify through. I'm actually feeling Mouse Sports and Epsilon out of the teams that we have. I mean, Hellraisers.
I want to see Hellraisers do well. I've seen. I was watching it with DreamHack Valencia and some other places as well, and I would like to see them. I think they should be doing better than they are.
That's the thing, though. That's why I don't want to. I want to, but I won't. I want to put them there, but I won't.
I have my fingers crossed for them. But these guys are all playing this qualifier on the FACEIT platform on FACEIT.com. So we've had open qualifiers for a number of weeks there. Everyone's been eligible to enter, and you can see the information on the screen there. There are leagues and ladders there. There are tournaments every day. They have 16 people tournaments, 32 people tournaments every single day, and they all fill out. So if you need some practice, looking to get into leagues and so on, then have a look at the platform, and it's free to enter. So get on there. You can win prizes. You can get some keyboards, mice, and other things on the platform by winning points in the pugs as well. So
I mean, if you want to look for more ways to support this project, obviously the whole skin team or skin project for FACEIT, all those awesome skins going on to the workshop is actually what ends up paying for these prize pools. So you have that to thank for, and if you want to get more involved or just check that out, you can obviously go to the workshop, and as you can see below on the screen right now, you can see all the skins, and you can see the little link there to get yourselves over there to get voting for some skins and to support the project overall. I mean, it's obviously been a great thing for Counter-Strike. So
yeah, as we've seen, it's definitely helped fund this $50,000 tournament we have coming up. So the rewards are there for all to see, basically, and all these guys are going to be playing for it. So that's going to be a lot of fun to watch. I'm hoping the Mag 7, which is on the screen right now, actually makes it through, because JW likes to be a Mag 7 specialist, and I want to see him using a FACEIT Mag 7 if we can persuade him, maybe.
Honestly, I can't get it to work, to be honest. The shotguns, I'm not really getting them to work, but it looks like we are jumping into the knife round here between TMVG and mTw. And of course, some of these names are going to be quite familiar on both teams. I think the standouts for me on mTw are going to be Mantis and Asmo.
Oh yeah, we've seen Asmo playing in a different team
He was playing for Berserk quite a while ago. I mean, there's, in the German scene, there's so many
Was he in a team
mix
with
in the
Solek?
matching. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Felix Asmo, Solek, Crystal, and that guy.
That other
The
guy.
other German guy. Anyways.
Yeah, the other dude from the
Anyways.
place. Shout out to Germany.
Indeed. But we are jumping onto Mirage here. And Mirage, I honestly have to say that I feel like Mirage and Cash are almost, for me at the moment, the most enjoyable maps to actually watch, because they're very balanced, and there is a lot of strategy. We're seeing teams do similar strategies, but they're finding lots of variations. And we're into the pistol round right now. We can see what looks to be like a contact play here from TMVG, just creeping up. And as soon as there's contact, they're going to go for it. But we've got to see any movements here from mTw. They are waiting. They are predicting a play. It's got two guys stacked on there. But actually, the first frag going to go to TMVG as they make their way into the site. mTw have players in position to deal with this, though. So the bomb is far from getting planted here. There's way too much pressure coming in from mTw right now. But TMVG going to try and force their way in with the Glocks. It is happening slowly but surely. We're in a 3-on-3 at this point. And it does look to be that the action's slowing down slightly, but it's still so much work to get that bomb down. There's way too much pressure coming in right now from mTw. Jules, oh, he's going to go down over it short, and it's just Zante left. And Zante is in for a... this is going to be way too difficult, and he is going to get taken down by the USP of Crater there. So tough pistol round. mTw read it well.
It was worth noting at the beginning of the round, you saw the terrorists, they were running towards B, but they stopped where the arch was, because obviously they don't want the CTs to hear them coming, because then they can stack the site. You can hear people running in apps when you're standing on short as a CT. So yeah, they all stacked as closely as they could together, and as soon as they made contact, as in they got visual confirmation that there was a CT there, they all just bombed in there as soon as they could. There was a really slow rotate from the last CT, because you never know, they will leave one player on the other bomb site until they see the bomb, in case it's a fake, just to get the bomb plant. But they managed to take it down, so that went quite well for them.
And we're actually seeing a bit of a boost here coming in from TMVG on their pistol round. And all the pharmacists from mTw just making sure they have all those nades going for them. And of course, TMVG taking this very slow after they boosted one man and it didn't go their way, and not even making a frag. They are taking it still very slowly, but it looks like Joel's going to open up onto Mantis there, and that is going to flip the switch. They're going to go straight in with the aggression up through connector, and it looks to be that TMVG gaining more ground here towards jungle, but it's a 2-on-3, but already a lot of damage done. A bomb plant would be a massive bonus at this point, but Jaws has picked himself up. That FAMAS not going to get anything with it, and mTw are going to control that round and prevent it from being quite the crisis that it could have been.
We saw one of the mTw players was just holding the CT side of A there, just to ensure that there was going to be no bomb plant there. I mean, it covers a good 80% of the possible bomb plants, and if they try and bomb, they'd be lucky to make it to the rest of the area where you could plant the bomb there. So it was patient play there against a dangerous CZ. Somebody did get a Juan Dig, but didn't win them the round, so they find themselves on a third eco here.
And here is Steer right there waiting towards Car. We got Crota as well on the other side towards that pillar, and it should be relatively easy for them to clean this up. They know well in advance this is coming, and all the teammates from mTw swinging in to help this defense go their way, and Mantis with a great flank there, and it is just too difficult for them to get this bomb down. And a point to actually bring up there is TMVG did actually play for the pistols both rounds, and we actually saw armor buys coming in from as well. So quite interesting. There was this era where people would, on the second round after losing the first round as team, not getting bomb plant pistol armor, then full eco the next round if you lose that. But we're actually seeing that the way the meta is developing is that all teams are just going for the pistols every round, just because it's $300 and keeping the pressure on the enemy economy is just too strong.
That was a really nice frag there from Krauter Humpen. I'm not even going to ask what that means. I like that name. But that was really good play, and it shows you why your smokes need to be pixel perfect, especially when you're trying to smoke off an AWP there. So that was well played by him, and yeah, there's something to be said for you know, buying every round as the T side, because if you're getting frags each round, like 2-3 frags on the CTs, then it's worth stretching your economy to force them to stretch theirs. Because again, if they get running with their economy, then it's really hard to break them down, especially when you're 3-0 down here.
And this is a great move here from Disturbed. He's actually opening up a possibility for an A split, and actually backing off after that frag. And it looks like the rest of his teammates on mid aren't really going just for that full pile driver through connector, just charging through. They're taking it very slowly and actually do pick up a frag there on a player peeking from CPL. So this slow movement after those picks towards A is actually really rewarding them. Mantis in a good position over by Palace. It is going to catch one player, and they forever have to worry that he's there now. The bomb will go down in a good position. Oh, Crater close shot there. Zarte going to get taken out by that AWP. Nice little no-scope coming in. 3-on-2 now.
That's excellent positioning from the CT so far in this round, and let's see if they manage to take this. Oh, very nice. Again, I mean, there was it was 4-on-3 with the mTw having 3, and they had a decision to make because they were stretched very, very thin. So you saw Steve was on the B bomb site jumping around, trying to see if anyone was coming. So they've still got the anniversary celebrations there. I haven't. My internet's dead at home, so I haven't seen this Counter-Strike since the update. So this is a surprise to me. But yeah, Steve made the decision to commit to the A bomb site there with good timing as well. They had great positioning, having a guy in Palace and having a guy in CT, which basically made it impossible to get the bomb down on the A bomb site. And you saw the guy planting it there. He did get AWPs, but there was some penetration, so he didn't die and did manage to get the bomb down, although it was quite a lucky plant for them. And they all allowed him to buy this round with the $800 bonus.
And that is a really nice pick here. And there's loads of options for TMVG after making a pick like that. It's so early into the round that they can just let mTw stew in the kind of anxious situation that they're actually in at the moment, because now they have to change positions. We can see the setup on A is actually weakest right now for them. So if TMVG were actually to make their move for an A split here through connector and upslope, it would actually go very, very well for them. And we see Disturbed in a similar kind of role here, trying to open up the A bomb site spots and positions. Amazing shots coming in. These picks are just ridiculous.
They need to convert this round though. They're still 4-0 down. They've got no rounds in the bag yet. How much money do the CTs have?
They're pushing for the B, it seems. The CTs are pretty broke, to be honest.
Yeah, they might be in trouble if they lose this round here. But it's important to note the way Joel's got that first pick on B, he left the bomb out of sight, so they had no idea where the bomb was and went back to retrieve it. So they had no idea if the bomb was on B or on A. And looks like MNL is going to go for the save, which is probably a smart idea since it's 5-on-1 and he has 1 HP.
That was just pure individual skill there. I mean, we saw this situation where, because there was one guy left, the way that mTw reacted was very defensive. They had one guy over by CT spawn, one guy here for A, and then the setup on B was much stronger because they had a kind of a better setup to deal with anyone, moving through house and even short. But they just went and got more and more picks, and so as far as individual skill goes, that round, it's just an immaculate performance there from TMVG, and they need to pull out more rounds like that. And mTw, they've been consistently losing players, so because of that, despite being 4 rounds up, they really don't have much of a bank to really just to write home about.
Now, there's even a bit of information there, like when it's 5-on-1 and the bomb's planted and the guy's clearly saving. With the T-strat there, obviously they want to go and try and kill him and make it as expensive as possible, but also the CTs were playing with an AWP, so it's worth noting where the AWP was taken out, because sometimes people may try and pick up the AWP because it can be a game changer if they put it in the right place in the following round, even on an eco. So I don't think the MNL went for it on that occasion, but it's something to be aware of when you're a T side and you're looking for the last guy. Look for the AWP as well, because he may be around there trying to save it to get some damage in on the following round.
Yeah, we do have a pause here, and we do not know exactly what the reason is. They're saying high ping in the chat there, and we can see that it is Mantis who's experiencing pretty high ping. But either way, right now mTw, despite that round, it's looking great for them. I mean, that could have been one of those freakish situations where they just get outpicked. mTw, they can react in a variety of ways. They can actually make it a lot safer. For example, we saw the first pick. I think it was Joel's in house.
Yeah.
He just walked up. There was no smoke. or anything. Like, had there been, because usually the standard play is to stick the one smoke there to prevent picking, because obviously getting one-on-ones is the terrorist's dream at the start of a round. Because even if they lose a player, even just weakening that player and forcing him to change position after a little scuffle can actually benefit the terrorists. So they were just facing just in the open, and the other pick was just the guys just like standing on the toll booth, just like loud and proud.
Hello.
Just yeah, exactly.
Hello there.
Completely alone. So
yeah.
mTw hopefully will react to this and start using more smokes and denying the picking opportunities for their opponent's TMVG, because I think that's where TMVG are going to shine. So any other points you want to add about that?
I just want to say we saw some really nice aiming there from the T's. Again, they're playing for the picks, but they're not rotating fast. They're kind of, if the CTs haven't seen the bomb, they're leaving them with some doubt, uncertain as to whether they want to go to A or B, and they need to spot mid as well, because obviously mid allows the pincer movement to either bomb site. So although that said, they've only managed to win one round so far, and this now is their chance to really break the CT's economy and get some momentum going. I think if you're on the CT side, you're gonna want at least 6 rounds at a minimum, and it's 4-1 now, so they've got a bit of work in front of them.
Definitely. So guys, we're going to take a quick break whilst this issue gets resolved. We'll be back with the rest of the match as soon as we can, so stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back to FACEIT TV. We are going to continue with the remainder of the match. There's plenty in this remainder, because I think we just did like 5 rounds. So
yeah, we're on round 6 at the moment.
Yeah, jump into it. And so far we just saw TMVG taking 2 rounds in a row, and I think just the individual performances were just stellar. So mTw got to watch out now.
Yeah, absolutely. They saved 1 rifle, and I expect to have. I think it's reasonable for them to pull out the CZs in this. Use B is a nice bomb site where they can use the corners to try and cause some havoc with the CZs, and they could potentially put the rifle on CT of A, or they may choose to kind of be more aggressive and maybe pop some flashbangs into lower A and try and get a frag and run away. We'll find out what they choose to do.
And here we are live.
Oh, they've gone for a force buy. In fact,
I like this, because if we look at the economy, they know that if they win this round, they're actually going to be in a better economical stead than their opponents. So that's like the decision there. It's very strong to make moves like that. It's a must. All the top teams are starting to make that call, and I think it makes for a more exciting game. And I just love the pressure on the economy constantly.
Steve was playing B. He only has a CZ, so I'm interested to see where he's going to use that on this map, because MNL seems to have taken his place for the time being.
And it looks like they are setting up for what looks to be basically based on picks.
I think Steve's in. Is he in ladder room or is he in mid? It's hard to see there, but I think he's number 5. Yeah, so it's like he's going to be playing close quarters.
Not a good day for Mantis there in amongst the smoke and flames. And very slow movement here for TMVG, edging their way up through connector. They still can make a call to go either side. It's mTw are playing a lot more defensively, but there comes the first pick from Disturbed. Great shot there.
15 seconds left.
I'll be watching Na'Vi right now. I don't even know. But Zarte just trying to lock down a couple of rotating players there with that position on connector. It's going pretty well for TMVG. The bomb planted in the last seconds of the round. And it's going to be mTw trying to get themselves some frags here, moving forwards, but it's just Mantis and Stay left. So this kind of forced by not going to go their way. But again, it's one of those moves that you kind of have to do it. And the rewards are potentially very strong. And looks like we are having either a pause or, I don't know. Either way, though, if we just take the tabs on the situation, we can see that now, you know, mTw are going to be in a very, very poor spot economically speaking. They're not really getting too much money from the consecutive round loss bonus just yet, so it depends. They're probably going to be on what with $1,900. It's going to be something like probably looking at 2 ecos from them probably after that move.
Yeah, I believe so. You know, after that force buy, they're definitely going to need to double eco. Otherwise, they're going to be on force buy again, basically. And then they just essentially going to have a break on economy for ages. So
yeah.
You know, I think the wise choice is to double eco now if they lose that round.
Yeah, it's one of those necessary evils. Again, it's like they didn't have to do the force buy, but it's just so strong to just pull it out. I mean, something that's really, really good is to make aggressive plays up mid, you know, with or flashes and stuff like that, doing some stuff that's unpredictable.
Well,
rushing
we've got
guy
a scout.
underpass.
We've got a scout.
Oh, love it. Scout and CZ.
So I'm guessing they saved the FAMAS and bought a scout.
And it's definitely looking very difficult for them right now. Here is the scouter from mTw in Crater.
I think it is worth mentioning. Lurpis recently wrote an article following the last major event saying basically nerf scout. But that, I mean, I had a problem with that because that was after all of one event where a scout was used successfully by one player. Whereas at G3, you saw double scout buys from Titan and didn't really... I didn't see a single kill with the scout actually at G3, and I saw it purchased at least 5 times. So I don't think there's a reasonable sample size to ask for a scout nerf based on one player's exceptional use of it.
I like it a lot. It has a lot of variety. There of course are maps where it's much better than others. You know, where, for example, you're able to utilize the kind of jump shot mechanic, if you know, as it were.
Yeah.
And the thing about it, though, is that if you buy a CZ and armor, you're looking at something like 1,400 or 1,300, whatever it is. And if you buy, including the head armor, and if you buy the scout, it's what, 1,700 nowadays. So it's not that far off. With that buy situation, and one tag with the scout, a quick burst from a CZ, and the guy goes down. And the scout obviously can be used in the long ranges, whereas the CZ is not quite as effective. It's kind of good all over the place. But anyway, getting into the round here, we're seeing a bit of a set play coming in from TMVG. First, I'm going to see this 3-man out Palace, 2 up slow, or rather the other way around. And look at this, mTw, great pop flash there. Asma getting himself in there. Close and dirty with that M4A4. And this is getting stopped before it can even get underway. mTw, wonderful, proactive play, and they are going to sniff that out and deal with it.
Now, this is the kind of strat I was talking about, although, however, I was talking about it on the eco round, like flashing into low A and then just causing absolute havoc, which went great for them. And one change they have made since the early rounds is they smoked off low A to try and stop the early picks, basically run down the clock. And then the combination of that and the flash and the peak worked really well for the CTs. So they took that round with minimal damage as well, which is very important to them.
And here we go. There does go the mid push, the aggressive push up mid end. Looks like at TMVG they were predicting that, and this is something that a lot of teams are very cognizant of these days. We're seeing a lot of defensive openings on mid when the teams are feeling a bit like their opponents are getting desperate. And mTw now 3 against 5 as TMVG really just play it slow and let mTw stew in their own despair at this point. Great position here from Asmo. This could be the round make or break for mTw in Asmo's position. Got to get a couple frags here.
Again, this is a good position if it pays off. However, good to see a trade frag coming in, and there it is. with 2 more people in lower A and 1 in Palace, this is going to be a difficult hold for the CTs if they can even get to the site in time.
2 on 4. This is very difficult. Crota over by the toll booth. Going to try to peer his head over there. But he must have heard the stepping, and he's going to get caught by a player over at stairs. Forced back with low health, gets pursued, and then Mantis is just sitting here, a bit unsure what to do, but finally realizes got to go for those exit kills and save this weapon. mTw had a very strong start, but it's starting to look very poor for them overall. TMVG really, you know, it's a combination of them kind of catching mTw out and just winning these one-on-ones repeatedly.
Looking at that 2v4 situation, it was a good choice for Mantis to play more passive in that area and have his teammate be more aggressive past the smoke, because there was a reasonable chance he could get 1 or 2 frags, and that could either turn the round on its head and give them a chance to go for a full retake, or just get some damage in and then back off and save the weapons. Unfortunately, it was spotted by the guy who was in connector stairs, and didn't work out in their favour on this occasion. Out come the CZs and the Juan League. Let's see if we can get that going in this round.
And we have a big push here coming in from onto Palace from mTw, so they're going to quickly work out. Okay, they're not Palace. Let's quickly check slope with 1 player, and once they figure that out, that there's no one there, they're going to realize that most of TMVG are actually sitting in mid and are likely towards B as well. So this gives mTw a good opportunity to kind of strangle TMVG, maybe get a flank in. But we see that TMVG very cognizant of this. They have a player in the back. You can see that it is disturbed. He's watching for that flank, very, very aware of that. And TMVG, they are playing this very methodically, very safe, and that is fantastic to see.
Yeah, it's we've seen some really aggressive positioning here on mTw on A, but it's not paying off as there's absolutely no one there from TMVG. Although they have made some good reads in the last few rounds with regards to the push in mid, and they're going for the awkward angles.
Oh, and there we go. It looks like MNL are going to go down over in CPL. And TMVG make the march through onto the A bomb site, finally taking their sweet time about it, but Asmo might just be in for luck here. Good position with that CZ, going to gun down 1, pick up the AK, quick switch, not fast enough, and 3 players are left for mTw. So 3 on 4, so some good pistol work. They can really even the numbers here. Going to get 1 player down. The trade's coming in though, and it's just Steel left with that CZ. If we could get a frag here, that would be nice, just to force that weapon to be rebought next round. But looks like it's a bit of a desperate situation there for State, and mTw certainly not having the best time here. But they did decent enough job. Couple frags is certainly acceptable.
The T's do probably have. I mean, look, this guy Disturbed's got 6,000 in the bank. Might die with the bomb here, but not going to be a massive deal for them. mTw, only 5 rounds so far out of 10 on CT side. This is less than ideal a situation. They really need to make this round count now. They're a bit low on grenades, but they've all got their primary rifles. So they really need to get the AWP to use this time, and maybe rotate the positioning of it. And just try not to get picked off with those AKs, as they have been doing on CT side of A and the B bomb site.
Yeah, definitely. And TMVG getting more and more comfortable. They're 2 or 3 round losses away from having to eco. So mTw is looking more and more dire for them. And look at this. There you go. Coridium going to pick one up from short onto Stonde. And that is finally a great way for the German side to begin a round. And let's see what else they can do here. Finally using those smokes over on the house. Definitely well played from mTw to try to prevent these pick opportunities. And Crota on the second frag. Jules tried his hand, and he did not have a good time right there on middle.
That's great positioning from the CT. Or that's the angle from inside ladder room is not the usual angle you're expecting from a CT there. Normally they're looking towards chair on mids, which is where the T's go to look into short. So that was good positioning, and then good repositioning as well. So he's never in the same place. And this is a lot better use of the AWP from the CTs here, but they're going to need to hold this bomb site push. They do have 2 people, including the AWP, looking towards the site there. Misses the first shot, and 3 of them coming out of the app. And this is looking great so far. It's 5-on-1, and Project 100 just looking to do as much economical damage as possible. Unfortunately for him, that was none.
Yeah, good round there from mTw. I mean, of course, you've got to hand it to Creator. They're winning those one-on-ones with the AWP, absolutely crucial. But you can see also, by the same token, TMVG really feel like they are going to be winning these pick battles more often than not. And they are so happy to take a one-on-one any chance they get, even at an angle so disadvantaged as that. So let's see if TMVG go for something similar there. They're going to go for the pick again, just running straight out with the bomb. Also spotted that it's down right there. And mTw, again, starting the round off well.
Again, rotating an AWP on CT side is so powerful. It's something you've seen in part of Titan's adjustments on Mirage as well. Before, you'd have Kenny mid every time, so he'd get smoked off there, then they'd throw a smoke from mid into jungle, so he couldn't AWP on A either. He was out of the game for a good 20 seconds before he rotates round to CT, and then he's kind of, it's the only other place he could realistically be, but now they put him in a different place every round, completely unpredictable, and it makes the terrorists scared. Scared to push, scared to peek. If you look at earlier in the round, they were just picking head for fun, and now they're just getting ripped in half by the AWP. So the game has changed. There have been adjustments. Interestingly, Mantis is the only person playing Molotovs at the moment on the CT side, which is interesting considering the limited exits from B as one example. And the nice predictive Molotov there is going to be a pain for the Ts, and Asmo looks ready to counter flash the terrorists here as they push the A-bomb site.
And here we go, they are making their way in. Very long, slow rotation from that B-Halls, but finally they make it in. The counter flash is doing their work, but Asmo not able to find the frags he needs in time. And you can see all the players here of mTw a little bit too slow behind to really prevent a bomb going down. TMVG going to plant that open for Connector, open for the jump boxes and slope. So there's a good situation here for the Finnish side post-plant. It's a 3-on-3 though. And Crota's still alive, got support in M&L. Bomb ticking away, double found by Disturbed there. And it's all resting on Steve. He doesn't quite like his odds, gonna fall back. Quite a well executed round coming in from TMVG there. I mean, they were at a man disadvantage, but they were so late in the round, and mTw, they stuck to their guns with the positioning, and they didn't try to find information. So they couldn't really know what was going to happen until it was happening.
They were fortunate that they planted the bomb where they were exposed to short via connector, but Steve hadn't rotated by that time, so they had no one contending them for the bomb plant there. So it was, once that was down as well, that's going to be a really hard retake for the CTs because it leaves them exposed to the half of the bomb site that they don't have. So that was good timing and well played by TMVG, and we find ourselves 6-6. So this is looking quite good for TMVG on the terrorist side of Mirage, which people generally expect the CTs to get a few more rounds over the Ts.
And we see a very delayed movement towards mid. I love the delayed mid takes. Brilliant stuff. And it's going to yield them a frag. Creator trying to stick his neck out there to see if he can make that pick happen. And now mid is under control for TMVG. They got a lot of options off the back of this. And it looks like Disturbed over in Palace. So this could work out to be an A split here if Disturbed's able to make himself a pick. But still, his friends over in middle are just waiting, seeing if mTw react at all. And so far, SD is going to make his way up the B house a little bit.
Yeah, the CTs are mixing up their positioning. Steve, previously you saw him jumping near Van just to see if anybody's in naps, and now you see him with a more aggressive position. So they're trying to be as unpredictable as possible so their moves are not telegraphed in their positions, which will make it harder for the Ts to get picks, although they do have good positioning with a guy in the sniper room there in CPL. And it looks like the A-bomb site is going to fall. I don't know. There's one guy in Palace for the CTs, but I don't know how much he's going to be able to do. He's going to have to wait for the late rotate from both of his teammates before he peaks. He's only got 8 HP as well, so really he's going to need them to run distraction before he peaks. But the terrorists seem prepared with a guy on top of ladder aiming towards the apps.
Yeah, this looks a little bit too difficult right now for mTw, and yeah, Mantis on 8 HP in Palace. That position is really good if there is already like a distraction.
We saw a previous round where they had a guy in Palace and a guy in CT, which made it next to impossible to for the Ts to get the bomb down. But he didn't have that support this time because there was a guy B and a guy mid. So they were just spread too thin across the bomb site. But then I wonder, I don't know, I mean, when the bomb's gone down on A, Steve has been too far away to help his teammates in timely fashion. And again, we saw he had the aggressive positioning on B there, but unfortunately, it was when the opponents went to the other bomb site, so it didn't pay off for them once again. And you can see TMVG sending one guy to A apps here, and there are 2 CTs in here, so it's going to be a nice pick for mTw here, but it's going to give some information to TMVG as well, but are they going to act on it fast enough? There is nobody in the B bomb site right now for mTw.
Yeah, when you see a push like that coming, you know two players are in the palace. If you're near B, that should be the cue to just go for it, because if you do manage to get the entry kill, they're so far away from the site here, and it looks like they are making their move in, and they're going to get spotted. Contact has been made, and Zarte over by Connector going to gun down Mantis, and he is going to provide a lot of pressure on that mid. They can't really rotate through there. He's going to have short as well, but they still haven't really got themselves through house, and Zarte picking up another kill through Connector. He's like a one-man army at this point. Can he find any more frags with this position? Looking to find one in CPL, and still his teammates, they're double backing now. They're going for A with that bomb, and they've got plenty of time left in the round to make that actually work. But and they've left one guy in B as well. Joel's, look at Joel's position right now. This is so awkward. Joel's making his way through. No, he's not going to get the kill there. MNL will take him out. But that is highly confusing. We can see that TMVG are all over that A bomb site right now.
Yeah, that was really interesting. TMVG being really patient with their pushes, and most of the frags are coming by killing the rotators rather than pushing the bomb site, which is working out quite well for them so far. And this is a tough one-on-one for Steve. He pretty much has to go for this, but he's only got 13 HP. So that's a 26.
Well played to Project 100 there. I'll just give him the extra 0. He's gonna be 1,000 10 times. But that was so well played, because if you know, that timing was really horrible for him. He's still kind of tapping away at the bomb as some guy actually facing from jungle. So
yeah,
really nice to find the headshot there.
I don't know how he got that kill, but he managed to pull it off and won the round of that pretty much. Yeah, but again, TMVG are doing a great job of killing the rotators rather than getting all the frags and the choke points, kind of pushing the bomb sites here. And it's the last round here on the first half, so there's going to be no more adjusting on the CT side for mTw. It's a shame. They had a really nice push onto A, but still, I mean, they left nobody in B for a long time, but still managed to get control of it back. But then it just all went wrong for them with the rotation.
Oh, great smoke there from Mantis. Last possible second, as we can see, stopping the entry to Connector there. TMVG trying to take full control of mid, and they're largely successful so far, but mTw have a good setup on the A bomb site, and gonna pick off a player towards B right now, just eliminating that presence in middle, and mTw are going to be feeling the pressure now, because...
Note how the bomb is still hiding at top mid. It only just entered into the mid area now. It was just hiding there for a very long time, just denying the CTs the information for as long as possible.
And this is not going to go so well. Then they're going to get the bomb down on the B bomb site, and mTw have to wade through so much fire to even get to the bomb site, to get to kitchen at this point. Asmo very worried about that flank coming in from Connector. Not much he can do against 4. And there he goes down from Jules. And that was a really well played half by TMVG. They got a slow start, but once they found the edges in the game, once they found, you know, what their strengths were, which really seemed to be the picks, they definitely had overall better one-on-ones. Yeah. And if you can actually find those one-on-ones, then you're going to have a really great half, and that's exactly what happened with TMVG. Yeah,
it was great one-on-ones, and just a great punishment of the CTs rotating as well. They just when the CTs were going A to B, they just got savaged. Especially in that one particular round by Zarte, he just did a great job of just really doing damage. And the way they're playing the bomb holder as well. Like if you just watch the minimap in that round, the bomb carrier was literally at top mid, around the corner, out of sight for probably more than half the round there. Yeah, I mean, he was even deeper than that for a long time, like in that little.
Is that good enough, James?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I can accept that. I'm happy with that.
All right,
happy with that.
Yeah, it was quite interesting that round, because with Zarte. I think it was a different one where they had loads of players in the B house because they're moving like everyone in B house very slowly. It looked like they were just going to go for a push. They had Zarte there like causing havoc, got 2 frags in connector and in window as well.
Yeah.
And then they were like, wait a second, let's just leave Jules there. He will go in the site and the rest of us will just walk all the way back to the A slope. And they managed to do that. And mTw is still kind of just waiting around for something to happen.
Yeah.
And that seems to like happen quite a lot. We did see some aggressive movements from them on Palace, and I think once up mid, which didn't go so well for them. But generally speaking, it felt like Team VG always had much more command of the map. And of course, you know, that's going to be generally much easier for the Ts to generally have more map control. But at the same time, it felt like there was it was limited information for mTw to really make some calls on what's going to happen. It seemed like they were surprised quite often.
Yeah, absolutely. But they did, to their credit, they did adjust their strategies multiple times.
Oh yeah.
They did really well with that. Rotating the AWP around was really well done as well. So it's 9-6 to TMVG here. So mTw going to be really keen to win this pistol round. Just a little bit of delay there before we start the match. Don't mind me just scratching my arm.
Behind the scenes.
Okay, here we go. So let's see what the T strat is from mTw here.
Yes, yeah. T strat, very interesting. We saw the kind of B contact there from TMVG, and that was really scrappy. And of course, we saw mTw winning that. Looks like mTw going to go for their push on B. Are they just going to run it in, or is it going to be contact? Are they going to wait for contact before they go into silent until contact, then the rush
commences? Look at the CT
commences?
positioning. They've got 2 people top mid already, looking like they're going towards short.
This is really nice, actually. I love it when teams do that. They get the aggressive play on mid at the start, and they can really figure out what's going on. Look at that, Joel's, the James Bond
that
style.
That was some 007 business right there. And
mTw, they do get into the bomb site. They get it down as well, and the smoke going down from Asmo onto short. That's going to make life harder for Team VG. But that was a good opening, and things are getting much more difficult now for Team VG. We're seeing mTw with a great hold, a great setup in Mantis, locking down the kitchen, and even steer all the way here in the house. This is just such a nice setup. Coming in from mTw, the Germans are looking strong. And as much as the Finns may try to fight this and try to get in, it's looking very difficult. The bomb is ticking away, and still Steve and MNL left trying to delay as much as possible. They might not be able to win the fights, but if they can delay, that bomb is going to explode, and there it is. We see the round going to mTw, and that was well fought by both sides there.
Yeah, that was interesting. Disturbed had a kit. I don't know if he was going for the defuse there, but he got taken out by the guy on bench who had someone else shooting at him as well, but managed to stay alive long enough to win the round for his team there. Yeah, I mean, that ended up being like a 5-man retake on that. They had a guy kitchen, but I don't know if they thought maybe they were doing a slow A push, so they started to rotate, but you know, they were fishing for information in mid, but couldn't really hear much, so yeah, they've gone for a double scout buy, which again we saw at G3 to no avail. We'll see how it goes here.
Migo got stunned in there. It's gonna take down one. CZ scout combo looking pretty good. So far just Joel's left now against 4. Only one is scoutable in 1 hit without a headshot.
Do you remember the maps, Sean Garrez?
Yes.
Which maps was it?
It was against. Oh my God, was it? Oh no! I actually did that match. I think in my analysis, my first analysis. It was against Dignitas.
Which maps?
What
maps?
Oh, maps. It was just Mirage. It was group play.
But there were 2 maps where he pulled out the scout, I think.
The moment that I think the best one that I saw was on Mirage when he was playing B, and he got the jump headshot on the guy on B apps, and then he like tagged 2 guys, maybe even got another headshot, and just made it possible for Hiko to just finish him off with the CZ.
Yeah, I think his use of the scout was very good as well. I remember when Titan did a double scout, they had 2 guys who went mid to CPL, and they were basically trying to just tag a guy twice and take him out. And there were like 2 or 3 guys, I think, mid on the other team, but they didn't manage to get any frags with it. But you know, I mean, yeah, using it on B makes a lot of sense because obviously the wall by a van gives you a lot of cover if you're jumping. So hopefully you'll stay alive for longer unless an aimer just rips your head off while you're hobbling, doing the Super Mario Brothers, you know.
Oh yeah, like being unexpected, like a delayed timing on mid like Joel's now. That's actually really nice. Just being unexpected, getting that surprise in there definitely was gonna give you that second to get the first shot in, and that's all you need with the scout, because you move so fast. So you can take the shot really fast and then get out of the harm's way. So
with 25 HP left, do you throw the scout to someone else, or do you stay with it and change to like a more of a headshot exposure positioning?
So that's a big question, James, but I don't think we're going to get time to answer it, as we're going to see mTw actually make their way in on the B bomb site. Retake, is it doable? Is it possible? Do you believe, James?
It's all down to Zate with the scout. Are we going to see some headshots? That is the question. I
believe, but he's going to get flanked on, well, at least on the side. There is someone coming in, and Zate, you got to look to your left, my friend, very soon. Oh, there it is, the jump shot. Oh, not quite tagging in the face of Crater there, but that was good enough. Project 100 going to finish one off. I'll make that finish 2 off, and actually, Crater's really low, and he's the one up in house here. Oh, there's the third from Project 100.
The greed.
That is a lot of money. That's
I think he had a FAMAS, and he was trying to pick up an AK, but he didn't have the health to do it. You know, I think he would have probably died anyway. But bit of extra money for the CTs there, an extra $300 for that kill, which they didn't need.
Yeah, I mean, getting an extra $1,000 there basically for Project 100. Swimming in the dough.
Crowds are humping. That is name of the week.
Name of the week.
Yeah,
Crowds are humping.
I'm calling it.
Oh, yeah. And we're gonna see Mantis just charging in underpass here, and a delayed mid take as well coming in. And it looks like a split setup coming in from mTw here. And what have we got to deal with this from TMVG? They do all have M4A1Ss. Or actually, Project 100 has his Galil still.
Yeah, he's playing on short at the moment. Just peeking. He's in ladder room. He's looking through the vent to see if anybody's underneath the sniper window. And that is a good aggressive play with the teamwork there from TMVG to pick the player at lower A. There is one more in Palace as well, but he's smoked off and won't be doing much of anything for a while. And you can see mTw going to go for a pincer movement from upper A, lower A, and connector here on the A bomb site. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, this is really, really strong. Krauter's going to go down, but they have to get the trade in. They need to move up slope at the same time to pull those out, but it's a bit of a free frag. Disturb going to pick up another one, and Steve, MNL, Mantis remaining. They are going to gun them down double for Mantis. That's going to give MNL the breathing room, the space to get that bomb planted as Project 100 walks his way up connector. Gonna spray down Mantis, and MNL with 9 points of health is looking at an impossible task. There goes the grenade, and there he goes, pops him in. Yeah. Lovely. 9-9 the score then right now. So we're looking at a really, really close game. That's that retake there to pull it to 10-9 is so awesome from TMVG.
That was a really nice flashbang from Disturbed under the ladder room. Basically, he threw it through the hole in ladder, and it bounced out to flash the guys in lower A, but it allowed him to peek at the same time without being flashed. Not even 0.1 of a flash. There was no flash whatsoever for him. So that was a great play, and I will definitely be stealing that one for FACEIT Pugs.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, mTw really need to synchronize a little bit better so that they could keep the trade alive there, as that's the point of the three-pronged attack. But TMVG, you can't deny that they're really hot on the action right there as well. So not dropping the ball at all. As mTw go for the controller mid once again.
Yeah, that bomb plant did allow them to buy in this round. Otherwise, I think they probably would have been forced on the eco, or possibly a Galil buy. But who wants a Galil buy when you've got the one-shot AK?
Mantis, you can shoot through the wood there. That was such a nice little move there. You don't expect the terrace to be there. And Mantis got a lot of damage off onto Zate. At least Project 100, though, for TMVG's sake, was able to neutralize Mantis. And mTw are bringing themselves right around now for that B play. And it looks like TMVG are looking strong. We've got Project 100 in position. Joel's in position as well.
Yeah, you can see after that pick from Project 100 in mid, he immediately went to the B bomb site, try and strengthen up both sites and see if they can stop a potential push in the next 15-20 seconds. You can see his teammate Disturbed just standing in near the jungle area, making sure nobody's boosting into mid. And it's a long duck walk with an AWP, only to get shot by an M4.
A good reposition there from Jules. He knows he has to make the frags count, and Project 100 going to pick up the pieces. Very well played. And I like that. I just want to talk very quickly about how he was here. And this is a very common thing. he has the choice to actually run here to be safe with his teammate. And he's safe, he's not going to die. But instead he runs right there. He's going to commit himself to die. He's going to definitely die in that position. But he's saying, okay, if I get 2 frags, I've more than done my job, and I make it really easy for my teammates to retake. And that, I mean, you know, he had great support from Project 100 to pick up 2 easy frags. But, you know, really good mentality there from the players on B. And Joel's going to go for the eco frags. Nom 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 nom. Love me some eco frags.
2 remaining. While these guys get taken out on the B bomb site, I just wanted to say, you could see the guys on A were expecting an eco rush, so they threw a grenade, followed up by a Molotov as well. So I mean, if they had gone for the A push there, they would have been annihilated by a combination, a Molotov in itself, of grenades and a flame carpet. So
the best is
here it goes
the
again.
pop flash and the Molotov, because then it's so embarrassing if they're running around blind and die because of that.
Yeah, do you remember that tactic that Titan was doing on Inferno, where they'd pop flash the site just before Molotovs would land?
Oh yeah.
And I remember, I forgot who it was, who was flashbang standing in fire and had no idea. It was beautiful to see, but we're going to see an aggressive A push here. Guns blazing from mTw, but it's not going in their favour. Steve with 3 HP. It's a 4-on-3 in favour of TMVG. Makes it 3-on-3, but again, Steve only 3 HP. 1 grenade is going to send him flying, or an AWP.
So many kills through smoke, James. I think Zati got a double through the smoke, an AWP through the smoke as well. Oh, the flame bursting over the crate there. MNL running around.
Shenanigans.
Oh yeah.
On Mirage. TMVG find themselves 13-9 now after this defuse. Party balloons out. Oh god, that sounds so just. I don't know what. I have no words. But mTw will be able to force again because they got the bomb plant. $800 bonus per player. That's 4,000 for the team. The TMVG not doing bad on economy right now. Zate with 9,000, so they've got more than enough money to go around and keep those balloons rolling.
We're going to see a little bit of a delay on the mid take here. They're going to synchronize up with their mates from underpass, and usually, you know, usage of underpass like that does suggest a really good engagement onto connector, and also the possibility for, you know, pushes into window that can be very intimidating and dangerous.
They've just pushed into window.
And he's actually in there in the smoke. How can you know that? How can you know if he's there in that smoke or not? You just cannot know. In Project 100, he does not know until it's too late. And Crater going to take him out. And now TMVG got to pull out the magic, but Disturbed luckily is going to use those magic bullets through that smoke to find himself a kill onto Mantis to even up the odds here. Stun their nose. He knows, and that is going to be Crater taken down. Threat over by that CPL area, neutralized, and now it's 3 men all from one angle. This is worst case scenario here for mTw.
They can hear the guy jumping around outside Palace, but they get the frag on Zate, who was possibly being too aggressive there. A lot of exposure of his body, and these picks from the T side from both teams are just really putting the work in here. Disturb finds himself from 13 HP, but MNL's not doing great in the HP side of things either, so this really is anyone's at the moment. Great team flash there to allow Disturb to take the pick on MNL.
Nice. That 2-on-2 situation is getting worse and worse for mTw, running out of time. But that's a, you know, team flash, as you said, perfect. Perfect, love it.
Yes, very good coordination there from the CCs.
TMVG running away with it on Mirage. It is best of 1 as well. mTw got to pick up the pace right now. They're going to go for the pistols right now and play for that overtime. Oh, Juandig from Mantis.
Juandig with the Honey Badger. Hello.
And then they go up connector. Steve leads the charge, finds himself a frag onto Zati as well.
That was a disgusting snap.
It was.
Straight on his face with the pea shooter. Oh, and the nades are raining in. It's like D-Day right now.
We're going to stay on Mantis. We're going to stay on this Deagle action.
I have this Deagle and I've named it Honey Badger.
Why did you name it Honey Badger?
Have you not seen a Honey Badger before?
No?
Oh god, I've got so much to tell you about honey badgers, dude.
You need to explain
honey badgers are the most savage animals on the planet.
I've kicked a badger before.
You've kicked a badger before?
Yeah,
Who are you?
It was by accident.
I don't know, you accidentally kicked a badger.
I did, yeah. And it happened more than once and in the same place.
What?
Yeah, I'll have to explain that later.
Okay, it's match point, so we'll get back to this
Get back to the badges
Badger
later.
abuse story later. Holy, I don't even know what to say.
SPC are going to be knocking on the door, but Crater. That neutralizes the push there on Palace.
Yeah, it was a good idea from the CTs, but
they're finding a lot of one-on-ones again here. mTw this time the ones, and of course, you know, being on the brink of a loss here on Mirage, they absolutely need this. It's looking great for them now, and the problem for TMVG is to decide how do we deal with this. With 3 left, Project decides that he's going to push B-Apps. This is a really nice move because now they can narrow down for sure what's happening, but is it going to be quick enough? Asmo's making his way up. Krauser's finding another frag. Up goes Asmo. Takes down Zate, and it's all on Project 100 with the flank. Probably looking for the exit kills at this point. If we check out the money situation, it's definitely preferable to save here.
yeah, I mean he
Stonder's going to need a drop.
It's probably not worth it at this point. They only need 1 round, so it doesn't, you know, if they win 1 round, then they win. So it doesn't really even matter to get the
exactly
economical damage here when, you know, your own economy is on the balance. So better if he tries to save for the time being. You can see the T's not really looking for the frags themselves at the moment. You know, a bit tentative, but we'll just exit the bomb site now.
I would like there to be an explosion, a visible explosion here, like kapow on the map or something.
Do you think they should give the information as to the exact bomb blast radius?
Yeah. Why not? Why not? I mean, just tell people. This is what I don't like about Street Fighter sometimes. It's like the hidden changes and stuff. It's like just tell people.
I don't know if they're hidden changes and it's just they just haven't bothered to
document it.
Yeah, they've got nabs on the change log.
All right, so looking at Crowder there, looking for an aggressive play up underpass, which would be pretty risky. Bam!
R.I.P. in pieces. Project 100's head. That was painful.
Yeah, Project 100 is the top fragger there as well for TMVG. He's been putting in work just all over the place. Great retakes and great defense on the big bomb site, and plays on mid as well. He's been all over the shop, doing a great job. And here is mTw with that mid control again, looking for the one-on-ones. It's just been working for the T sides. It seems like both teams on the CT are giving up some nice one-on-one situations to the terrorists.
Yeah, you saw mTw there. They smoked off connector themselves, which is normally what the CTs do. But now they see them pushing towards the B bomb site, and that is going to be a clean site for them. And the CTs are retreating already. But yeah, this is an interesting situation now. The mTw have some momentum here. They're going to need 4 more rounds for overtime, which I believe is MR5 on FACEIT. Yeah, so you have to wonder what's gonna, what are they going to change in the next round? I mean, that was a reasonably early pick, that gave the T's more than a minute to decide what to do.
Yeah,
and I was going to say they did smoke off connector. And I wondered if they were going to try and push into window, into CPL, but they just bombed straight into the B bomb site. They got 1 pick and away they went.
And you know, some of these situations is when, you know, Threat would get really angry because, you know, Threat is looking for those spots where, you know, ultimate team play, and you always create refragging opportunities where possible. Because of course for CTs it's really, really bad to get put in a situation where you're in a one-on-one. It can sometimes be just great play from the Ts to find those one-on-ones. And, you know, oftentimes it can be that way. But there's a lot of avoidable situations, too, where you want to allow so that your, you know, a CT teammate can refrag. And we're going to see Zate actually picking up a kill over in mid with a bit of an aggression.
Aggressive.
Mid
we had 3 CTs there. 1 was around connector and 2 pushed right up. But this is going to be a great advantage if they could hold mid, because it allows them to very quickly rotate to either bomb site if needed, and really limits the T's options here. But I know Project 100's got a smoke, so he can keep this held down for a little bit longer. And I think it's coming out now, is it?
It would be really, really nice because obviously you see mTw.
Oh, he's flashing for his teammate. So again, the T's are kind of stuck at the moment. bomb seems to be heading towards the B bomb sites at the moment, and if we have a little bit of aggression from the CTs on A, as I think we're seeing on the radar now, then they're going to be stacking the B bomb site for this push. But right now they've only got one person, and Project 100's moved away from short. So if the
they should know this.
If the T's push now, all those flashes coming in, then they might take the bomb site anyway.
And it's up to Joel's, and this is a very delayed reaction from TMVG. Joel's, he's got the skills though with the FAMAS, going to take a double, looking for the third frag as well, going to get himself out of there. His teammate is coming in from short for support. Joel's gets his reload in, behind cover, bit of breathing room, going to get another frag there. Great defense from the CT side there. And I love that round. That was such a good round there from the Finns. I mean,
MNL, he ran onto the bomb site there. I mean, they were all kind of in apps or near van, and they had vision of maybe, I don't know, a third to 2/3 of the bomb site. And MNL ran onto the bomb site with the bomb in his hands like a golden egg. He just wanted to lay it. He was so desperate to lay it, but just got shot inside of the head by a guy with FAMAS. So they hadn't cleared all the site, and he didn't really have. I mean, if he makes it there, he might have the support to plant the bomb, but he's still got to make it there. But unfortunately for him, he went across Sniper Alley, got taken out with the FAMAS.
Yeah, yeah.
And that sealed the deal.
It did.
So, yeah, I believe... I'm not sure what team they're going to go on to play, but I'm sure we can find out from production shortly.
Yeah, we'll find out shortly. I just want to highlight that one round at the end from TMVG where they got themselves that position where there was a delayed mid. And that happens a lot from teams. They like to mess up the timing because often CTs can come in at with the start spawns. If they have really good spawns, they can get like a nice timings in the CPI and connector, and they can do quite dangerous mid plays where they kind of get better timings on mid than you do. So it's kind of risky for the Ts to come out into a pop flash or something, and then you get kind of gunned down. So sometimes the Ts, they just play a little bit slow, maybe wait 20 seconds, then go for the mid take. And so I kind of like they exploited that kind of play by actually just moving up, smoking it, and then re-smoking it, and then completely holding it. And then, of course, on A, they were kind of pop flashing each other into slope. Then they got one guy into slope, into a really good position. Then they kind of leave him there. And if there's no one slope, there could be someone Palace, but it's not quite likely. It's a risk you can take. And they just have the T's, and they're like, what do we do?
Yeah.
I love it. I really like that.
Peeking low A does give you a lot of valuable information. It is risky, but you can do very well timed flashbangs with your teammates
it's nice.
to get a quick peek. And we saw they flashed 3 people that time and got 1 frag, but then a bit of overextension compared with the timing. And 2 Ts came out to get the pick. But I believe they are going to be going ahead to play Hellraisers in the next round of the bracket. So I'm looking forward to seeing how Hellraisers do with that. I'm just hoping. I don't think they've been reaching their potential Hellraisers in recent events, and I'm really hoping, especially like the technical difficulties they have playing online with one guy very far away in the mountains, basically. I'm hoping they can keep it together and do well in the coming tournaments.
All right, guys, we're back very shortly with a Mouse Sports versus that. So stay tuned for that. And Mouse, oh no, it was gonna happen, right? It's gonna happen. We'll see you soon, guys.